Michael Oku. I said, nobody believed. Now everybody knows, and I meant it, because this is how much I love this business. This is how much I want to be the undisputed British heavyweight champion, because they said I couldn't be done. I've never been considered a has-been. I never was been. I'm just a never meant to be, but I keep doing the things they say can't be done. I was in Bristol. I was supporting a friend, but I made the effort to be here tonight to see you. And I was feeling, what's the word I'm looking for? Particularly messianic this evening, because I got to hold the undisputed British Heavyweight Championship. And sure, it is your undisputed British Heavyweight Championship, but not for much longer, because I am changing the game. Now we play when I say.
You know, it's really easy to say what you want to say your piece, say your cool, fine speeches when somebody is knocked out in front of you. You know, it's a very courageous thing to do. But one thing I will commend TK Cooper is that he made his way down somehow from Bristol, and he absolutely teed it up and potted a hole in one with that promo. Incredible stuff. But what's cool about that is we've discovered, because now he's in the main event scene, we've discovered how good of a talker TK Cooper is collectively. But I've already known that. I've known that for years, and what's really interesting is that he's putting all these words together as though they're fact. When someone talks really, really well and people start applauding, but it doesn't mean that what they're saying is true. If you look at history, even though it sounded like he was talking about history, he let out and left a lot of details. And the day will come where you and I, TK, will look eye to eye, face to face, and I will expose the truth. I can't wait. I can't wait for your call. Because you're going to bring your best, and you're going to find out that your best is not good enough.
I feel like I've got so much to say after that one. So for now, let's just start with what just happened in isolation. Let's just talk about a triple threat between the Bryant brothers. As a moment in time, for our family, what a proud moment. For our parents, what a proud moment. We used to come to Revolution Pro when we were kids, and our parents would bring us along and buy a ticket. Now, we just witnessed a match exclusively involving us. So yeah, that in its own, that's just something to sit back and be proud of for the rest of our lives. But now, that match had consequences. That match qualified me for the British J Cup. Speaking of the past, me and my family bought a ticket to the first ever British J Cup and watched Jushin Thunder Liger set the legacy for this tournament. So best believe I'm aware of what this tournament is. I'm aware of what this tournament means. And I know what it can do for my career. Look at those winners. I know I can sit among them. So now, my focus is on that. My focus is on 2 more wins, and I am an owner of a British J Cup win. I'm bringing it home for myself. I'm bringing it home for my brothers. I'm bringing it home for our parents. My name goes on that trophy, and the Bryants begin a legacy.
That's another loss in Rev Pro for me. I'm not exactly happy about that, but I'll tell you what I am happy about. I'm happy about Nino Bryant being in the British J Cup 2025. And he's going to enter that tournament. He's going to win that tournament. He's going to get himself a cruiserweight title shot. And he might just be the next British cruiserweight champion. And as for me and Leland, you saw what we did out there. You saw what I did out there. We're bringing that energy to the tag division. And we've got our minds set on those tag team titles. And sooner or later, we will be the British Tag Team Champions.
I've lost every match I've had here in Rev Pro. And I've lost having not been the favourite. But that doesn't make it any easier to take. But let's focus on the positives today. Nino Bryant has qualified for the British J Cup on June 14th. And he's going to do what I know he can do, what he knows he can do, and what my family knows he can do. And he's going to walk out as the winner of the British J Cup 2025. And as for me and Zander, when our time comes, you better believe we're going to take it.
Come on, you man! Yes, you know it! The victory! I've got the victory! My first ever Revolution Pro Wrestling win in the singles category. And guess who we did it against? The heart and soul of Revolution Pro Wrestling, JJ Gale. Not only did I get our singles win, we proved ourselves that Trew and Lacey deserve our space no matter where we are. But somebody, some mug, some centre mug got in our way, and that was Dave Francisco. You want to step in our territory, get in our business? Why don't we step into yours at Southampton? You offered the challenge, we're laying it out right. Trew and Lacey, Gale and Francisco, Southampton next week. And if you don't like that, you're a bunch of mugs!
Trew and Lacey, you couple of streaks of piss. I said it out there and I'll say it again right now. You want to come in and mess with my match? That's fine. That is absolutely fine, because that makes it very clear to me and all of those fans out there in the 229 that you both know that you can't beat me one-on-one. Which takes me from tonight in London to next week in my hometown of Southampton. 2v2. And I found myself a tag team partner.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It's our hometown. Away from home, you get the deal. Sunset Southampton, JJ. I told you this was going to...
You've got one chance. Don't mess it up.
I'm not going to mess this up. Like, JJ, I wanted to just pay this back to you. You were there for me. I wanted to be back there for you. I hate owing anything to anybody, and this is me paying it back. I'm a nice guy. I'm a good guy. I promise you. Sons of Southampton, man, and I did it for the fans as well. I'm a good guy.
We're supposed to wrestle Emerson Jane today, and it wasn't meant to be. But instead, I got to wrestle Kanji, and I am so honored to step in the ring with her, especially here at the 229. Emerson, I'm sure we'll meet again in a Rev Pro ring, but to Kanji, I'd like to say thank you for today, because you were definitely the better woman. Thank you so much.
Emerson J, you are welcome. You come here, all guns blazing, trying to prove your statement. Let's take a look at those statements, shall we? Statement number 1. You show up uninvited and attack me from the back. Which leads into statement number 2. I invite you to a match. And although you were victorious through cheap tactics, I went home that night whilst you were on the way to a hospital. And statement number 3. You failed to turn up to a match that you were scheduled to be in. How do you think those statements are going for you, Anison? Huh? Where are you? I think it clearly proves that you just can't handle the ability of the Rev Pro Women's Division. Here was my statement. I showed up where you failed to. I provided a match for the Rev Pro community where you failed to do. And I showed respect to professional wrestler, which you consistently fail to do. I'm going to offer you one more challenge. At the Rev Pro Rumble, York Hall, June 22nd. Your wounds will be healed by then, so no excuses. Kanji versus Edison 2, if you show up.
Cameron, man. I don't know what else I can say to you, bro, that I didn't say to you in the ring, you know? And the coach hasn't said to you before. You're not trying hard enough, bro, and we can help. And not just me. As a matter of fact, fuck me, coach can help you, bro. All you have to do is accept the offer. We got you in the British J Cup. He got you in the British J Cup. No strings attached. Just rethink it, Matt. Rethink.
So I lost my match today. Obviously, as you can tell. If you couldn't tell, this is my sad face. Very, very sad. But, however, I heard what Leon had to say after. And Liam Slater, he's got me in the J Cup. It's alright. I think about it. I think about what Leon said. I'm going to forget today. He's got me in the J Cup now. So now my sights are on the J Cup. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about the J Cup. I'm not just going to the J Cup to be a part. Because last year, I came this close. I was this close to winning the J Cup. Last year, I came this close to winning the Cruiserweight Championship. And I should have won that belt last year. But this year, the same thing is not going to happen. This year, I'm going to win the J Cup. And I'm going to win the undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship.
I cannot begin to tell you how good it feels to be back in a Rev Pro ring, especially with my tag partner, JJ. Now don't get it twisted. We had a conversation out there and everyone in that crowd knows that when it comes to the Rumble, it's every man for himself.
Straight facts.
But don't forget, we've got something else on our mind. We still got one mission we need to go and revisit. And that is getting back our undisputed British Tag Team Championships. Because I am true Brit. And that is real shit.
Say less.
I'm sick and tired. Shaw Samuels, you would have wished you'd retired. It's my time. It's Joshua James's time.
I know everyone wants now. Everyone's going to think, I'm going to shout about Josh James. I'm going to come and mug you off. To be honest, I couldn't care less. 10, 20 slams, as many as you want. I don't care, mate. You're not on my radar. I know exactly what you want. You're a clout chaser. You're trying to piggyback off my name. And all the hard work, all the hard graft I've done. Nah, mug. That ain't what's about to happen. All I care about, all I'm focused about, is the Revolution Rumble. 29 mugs getting thrown over the top rope. And then, I'm coming to win the British Heavyweight Championship. Josh James, me and you, we ain't gonna fight for a long time. Because quite frankly, mug, you ain't on my level.
I'll fight him.
It's great to be back at Rev Pro. It is my second loss in a row. But there is no shame, because you don't lose against Chris Ridgeway, you just load.
Could do some more learning, I guess.
Hey, Rev Pro, and London for that matter. You're welcome for another wrestling clinic by yours truly, Chris Ridgeway. Yeah, I knocked off Jordon Breaks tonight, former Cruiserweight champion, heading into the British J Cup. But before that, I want to address something. I just want to address Leon Cage. Now, he's going to take a little bit of time out now, because unfortunately, he's broken his ankle early on in his career. He'll be back strong, he'll be fine, he's going to win many championships, he's going on to do great things. I'm not going to say I broke his ankle, but a couple of days earlier, I was ripping the ankle bone around a little bit doing it. I'm not going to say I broke it, I'm not going to say I hurt him intentionally, absolutely not. But I do show on careers. As you can see, he sat on the sidelines for a little bit, and he's going to watch me win the J Cup and then go on and take the Cruiserweight Championship too. So everyone in the J Cup, pay attention. I show in careers. I will show in yours too. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. And a little public service announcement just to finish up, just to wrap up. Don't shake my hand after the match. I'm never going to shake your hand. I ain't into that shit, man.
CBF, again, 229 and curse. I roll up a belt shot, but I know deep down, CPF, that you two are pretenders. I know it, we knows it, you know it, and deep down the Rev Pro fans know it. You two are pretenders, and those jumpsuits, those hand signals,
are all a mask. They're a mask for the frauds you are, and you know it. You're looking at me in the eye, I know it. Just as Joe Lando's editing his pod. You are frauds. And in a few weeks, in a no DQ, we're not going to show you a lesson in professional wrestling. We're not going to show you a lesson in sports entertainment. We're not even going to show you a lesson in sports education, because we are past that. We are going to leave you lying in a pool of your own blood, because if you think those shitty little trophies can get you through to this, after 3 years of separation, you still don't scratch the surface of the tag team that me and Luke are. So boys, see you in Southampton, see you in Stevenage, see you on the night. But we all know at the end of it all that we're the fucking young guns, and we are never gonna stop.
Frauds! Frauds! Young Guns! Ain't nothing fraudulent about 2 pinfall victories in the 229.
Frauds. What else? Pretenders. See, the last time I checked, they're the ones that asked for this. They came up to us with the smoke. They jumped us, called us out for an OPQ, even though it's our decision, dickheads. But we don't back down from any challenge, and we proved that we are not frauds. We are not pretenders. If you want to bring the fucking smoke, we'll bring the smoke. Remember, you dickheads asked for this. See what you'll call pussies.